What's going on, you guys? So we just finished recording the podcast / video, and I'm actually gonna put this as the intro
to an intro.
So today we will be talking about the aliens and conspiracy theories behind the aliens, and the main one we're focusing on is Valiant Thor, and you'll see that on the next intro for his podcast. Well, anyways, guys, remember, crazy things happened, will happen. You just gotta keep an eye on. Goodbye.
All right, welcome back to the OG podcast. I'm your host Oscar, but you call me OG, and I'm here today with
Jose Alvarez.
And today we're doing something a little different. I'm doing a record from a podcast and also a YouTube video
At the same time
on his channel. So if you want to listen to this whole thing but don't want to watch the video, you can come to my podcast and watch it there. Or if you want to watch the YouTube video, you can go to his channel. It'll be the same thing.
Or you can watch them both and hear them at the same time.
So yeah, and our topic for today is aliens. To be more specific, Valiant Thor, that story. But before we get into that, I just want to say I am COVID free. Finally, I tested negative today. And I might be sneezing this episode because my allergies decide to act up for whatever reason.
They always do.
Yeah. Are you COVID free?
I am COVID free. Negative gang.
Okay. So yeah, and Valiant Thor. Well, before we get into that, do I believe in aliens? I've always said no because I've never seen them. I've never seen a spaceship. You always see recently TikTok, Instagram, whatever, YouTube, there's always videos of like spears. It's just like a spear in the sky and then it separates to like 8.
Like lights?
Yeah, like lights, circular lights. But to be realistic, I have to say they have to exist. Because one analogy I see is like, I see on Instagram, but this could be fake, but it's like as many grains of sand there is in the earth, there's more stars in the universe compared to that. And that's like all the way deep in the ocean, all those grains of sand.
Yes.
And they're so small.
I mean, we're just one galaxy in the whole universe.
In the whole universe.
And probably... what makes you think there's not... Well, maybe what if, even in our galaxy, what if there's people living in another planet? We just don't know yet because we can't get there. Yeah. We'll talk about that later because I got something to tell y'all.
Yeah, but I don't know. I would say, like, in my mind, I would like to see an alien, but in the moment, if I see like a spaceship, I'll probably be scared to death. Would you be?
I don't think so.
You don't think so?
No.
Why?
I mean, I believe in demons and ghosts and stuff like that.
Yeah, but that doesn't mean you don't have feelings.
Still.
So you
if that doesn't scare me, that's right here. Why would something in the sky scare me?
Because it's not from this earth.
Well, demons aren't from this earth either.
Yes, they are.
Well, the lights dimmed.
No, I don't know what happened.
Oh, that one turned off.
That one, yeah.
Anyways.
Okay, so yeah, that's like my little analogy that I say. And you got anything else to say before we go into the story?
Yes.
What?
I saw on Facebook, I think it was, on Facebook, there, you know that mono thing that they found in New Mexico?
Oh, that little like
the
prism? Prism that's really tall? It went viral on TikTok? Yeah.
Monolith or whatever?
Oh, yeah, the monolith.
Supposedly, they have a picture of one in Fort Worth by the Trinity River.
Nuh-uh.
But, I mean, it could just be a hoax like the other one.
By the way, we are in Fort Worth, so little FYI.
Texas.
But for real, there's one in Fort Worth by Trinity?
Supposedly. I saw the picture, and then I didn't really go into it. I just saw the picture, and I screenshotted it.
But what's the point of the monolith? Is aliens doing it, or what?
Yeah.
Oh, for
it's
real?
Supposedly because a movie way back then, I don't even remember really, but it comes out in a movie, and then it supposedly like guides the spaceships to that point where they can land or whatever. But anyways, I mean, now they've been, well, most of them are fake, but they've been coming up in different parts of the world.
Yeah.
But, like the one that was in New Mexico, I don't know. It could be a hoax. It could be real. I don't know.
It went viral on TikTok, and then after that is when you started seeing others pop up, and maybe it was just a trend.
Yeah.
So.
But I don't know.
Yeah.
We'll see when we get invaded. I'm telling you, this year's the year, guys.
Hey, have you seen that the Simpsons thing on the 20th is when it's like the demons came out and stuff, and that's when I think
the inauguration.
You believe that?
No.
I don't believe it either. I don't know, for some reason I just don't believe it.
We're not ready for this yet.
Exactly. So it would happen then. After I just said it's not, I don't believe it.
But yeah, that's the only thing I wanted to say.
That's it.
I think so.
And so let's get into the story. I'm gonna give my take on the story of Valiant Thor because Jose knows a little bit more into it, and I don't know that much. And the reason I don't know that much is because there's like no, how do I say this, like no sources to go off of except for people's blogs, and
it's the government, man.
And it's like, if there's like no credible sources, let's say, because blogs are just people's stories that they heard, and you can't really.
Well, this is technically considered a conspiracy theory.
Yes.
So that's why everybody gives their own theory and just kind of sums up a story.
And some people say different stuff, but there are some things that seem to continue in the story. So I'm gonna go first on what I know, and then Jose would just fact check me and be like, "You don't know crap." Okay, so what I know is...
No, that's not right. No.
Oh my god. So what I know is Valiant Thor, he's from Venus, and he came to the US during the 1950s. I don't know exact. I think 57.
Something like that.
I don't know, sure. But he came here, and supposedly these policemen escorted him to the White House, or to the Pentagon.
Yes.
And that White House, there we go. And how do I say this? They snuck through the security by basically just walking through. I've heard that story, and I've also heard this other story where they lift up, because back then they had like long coats.
Yes.
And then they would. So there's a story I heard that he would lift up his coat. There'll be no badge or nothing, and
his pecker.
No, and then the security just let him through. Jose told me that he has like mind powers.
Yeah, like he makes you think what he wants you to think.
So even though there's nothing there, but just by doing the action and making him think there's something there, that's why he let him through.
Yeah.
Now basically, why Valiant Thor came to the United States is because they saw that all our nuclear weapons were developing, and he was afraid that it was gonna destroy the whole Earth. And he was scared for us, I guess. And he talked to, was it Eisenhower? But who was president? Eisenhower?
Yeah, President Eisenhower.
And who was vice? It was Eisenhower, and it's too big. Well, the stories are. Well,
it wasn't Roosevelt, right?
That's what I was thinking, but I'm not sure.
No,
but Eisenhower,
fact check.
Eisenhower for sure, I think, was president at the time, and he said to Eisenhower that he's scared for us because of our nuclear power, and that he knew how to solve world hunger, poverty, and like basically save the world is what he's trying to say from us.
From ourselves.
Because obviously we don't know.
God, we suck.
What to do. And the story goes on to that Valiant Thor lives in the White House for 3 years. Hey, did you hear that he came with like 2 other people?
Yes, like they're supposed to be like their
siblings?
like his guards or something.
Oh, for real? I thought they were not siblings. Why did I say that? I don't know. But yeah, he didn't come alone. And
I wouldn't come alone either.
So yeah, that's the story. He stays for 3 years and then he leaves, I guess. That's all I know pretty much. There's a little fun thing though. I watched a guy's YouTube presentation, and he gave links to who Frank Stranges is. He supposedly actually seen Valiant Thor, and he wrote a book on it. And his video presentation on YouTube is not there no more. Is his video unavailable for whatever reason? And another thing is, the person named Phil Phil something. I forgot. But Phil, he also saw supposedly Valiant Thor, and his video presentation on YouTube is not there either. Why?
They're trying to keep us quiet, man.
They don't want us to know.
So just remember, guys, if this is a race before anything.
Man, I barely get like little views. If this gets taken off, man, you know this is something serious.
They're probably listening to us right now.
Nah. Well, they probably turned off our light right now because it turned off. Nah, it's probably a ghost.
No. It's a mixture of everything.
So, yeah, and supposedly he had a car. I don't know if you heard this. That Valiant Thor had a car that could turn invisible and it could run on water. I don't know if you knew that.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
I didn't hear that.
That's the guy what the guy said on YouTube. I don't know where he got. Like I said, all these, what I'm getting my information from is from literally blogs. It's not really
like, I mean, it's considered a conspiracy theory, so you can't find anything on it.
But what's like messes up my mind is like, this guy actually existed. There's pictures on the internet out there, and if he lived in the White House,
there should be records.
There should be records of him.
Because I'm sure everybody that goes in has to sign in, for sure. But security.
But he changed.
But he just walked through there like nothing.
So maybe they don't even know he was there.
Or they know, they just don't want to say anything.
Nah, I don't think they know.
Or he erased their minds. Like
he erased their minds, but the pictures are still there. I don't know. That's crazy to me. But I'm wondering what he could do to solve world hunger, to solve poverty, to solve all the world's problems. I'm wondering what was his solution.
I know something about that.
Okay, hold on. I'm not quite done. And supposedly his ship landed in Virginia. Is that correct?
Yes.
In Virginia somewhere.
In rural Virginia. Like back in the hollers.
and he's from Venus, right? But he looks exactly human. Yeah. There's no like these made up alien features about him. I don't made up.
He was handsome.
Hey, that's a little false there. Not playing. But he was like what, 6 foot, 185. That's what I got.
Something like that. Yeah, he was just like a guy you would see
a
at
normal
a movie.
Guy. He looks
like
nothing like an alien.
Yeah, he wasn't like one of those gray aliens.
Yeah, or like big head, big eyes.
Or one of those reptilians.
Yeah. I was gonna say something else.
Did you get, when you looked it up, did you get when he got to there that he was wearing like a suit?
Oh,
like his own suit,
and it will stick to him.
Yeah.
But I don't know quite much. They just say he had to like.
Well, supposedly he had a suit on, and he got to see the president. He talked to the president. After all that, they gave him his room or whatever where he was gonna stay, and he gave them their suit so they can, I guess,
they're bulletproof, right?
Investigate or whatever the suit. Supposedly it had the ability to change color the same way like the car, it would go invisible.
Yeah.
But I don't know.
That's crazy. There's something else I wanted to say before I pass on to Jose. I can't think of it. Can't quite think of it. No, I think that's it. If it comes back, I'll say it. So that's what I know of this story. Jose knows a little bit more. He told me a little bit the other day. I was like, "What? You tripping?
You lying? What the hell did you smoke?"
Right,
well,
the floor.
To give it to you, I was a little drunk that day.
Okay, you could take the floor, Jose.
Well, anyways, what? I got something stuck in there. Anyways, the first part to the story, like the beginning, it started in World War II. After World War I, well, supposedly, the aliens were observing us, supposedly. I say supposedly because it is a conspiracy theory. They were observing us, and then after World War II, that they saw that our nuclear weapons were advanced, is when they started to worry. And so there is this group called the Majestic 12. So it's like there's different races of aliens, and they all have like I guess they have their own laws. And supposedly the human race is involved too, but they don't release it to us because we're not ready for all that stuff.
I remember what I was gonna say.
What? Oscar, what?
That Valiant Thor
is gay?
I don't know. He
Just kidding, don't kill me.
He lives in Venus, but he lives in the crust part of Venus,
Underground, yes.
Underground, and that's why supposedly we can't see no aliens because supposedly they live in the planets.
Yes.
Okay, that's all I had to say.
Yeah.
Remember? Okay, go. My bad.
Anyways, so like Oscar was saying, yes, the aliens were underground. That's why they're saying when they had this meeting, they actually had it in Venus, supposedly. Conspiracy theory. And Venus has like underground tunnels and stuff like that. And my mic is moving around. And they had this meeting and they decided they were going to send someone down there to Earth, to us. And that's when he shows up and he tries to make a deal with the government. Well, the most powerful government that was, well, it still kind of is, the United States. And he went once before, but he didn't go to the White House. And the way that they got contacted was they went to a NASA station and they gave the idea that they should have some of their soldiers, astronauts or whatever, go down there and visit the other planet. So supposedly the other planet is called Serpo? Something like that. So Serpo is, to me, the way they explain it is kind of like Avatar is like a old civilization, but like they have like advanced technology.
Yeah.
So it's a mixture of both. So they sent, supposedly, conspiracy theory, they send people out there, like United States, NASA astronauts down there, and they lived down there for 10 years, I think.
Whoa. And
then I don't know if they made it back. I never saw that. But they were just telling the story. They were there. And all the animals and the way they were described, the animals was exactly like in Avatar. And this was way before the Avatar movie came out. Anyways, I'm guessing they got into some trouble in the other Earth, you know, because America. And I guess they wanted to free them. I don't know. They got into some trouble and they broke the treaty that the Earth had with the other planets.
Uh-huh.
So they sent the astronauts back and kind of left us, you know.
Just here?
Yeah. So, but what the treaty was trying to do was to give us that technology to advance and kind of get more out there. And if you notice, after World War II, like all the technology started advancing like really quick, years after years after years, and right now we're just like at a standstill.
I guess sort of.
And so we're at a standstill. What we did get out of that treaty was Wi-Fi.
Why you say that?
Because they gave them the technology to advance their satellite systems and
okay, I see
stuff like that. That I heard. Conspiracy theory.
Oh my god. And
so after that, I don't remember who it was, but they sent. Oh, excuse me.
Wow.
Oh, I think it's the guy from the Cosmos. He sent out a. No, that was after. Well, anyways, Valiant Thor came down and all this mumbo jumbo happened, and so supposedly we are still in a treaty with the aliens.
Really?
And I don't know, I've been seeing a lot of stuff. I mean, recently the US government has like 100 and something pages of UFOs and stuff like that. Like they have it out there on the internet where you can download it.
But I wouldn't that's what they want us to see.
Yeah, I wouldn't recommend to download it. But what if they track you or something?
There's also Area 51. I'm pretty sure they have something. Hey, because you know, some actually ships or some unidentified flying objects have landed on Earth, and they've taken them away. I remember there's just one story.
Roswell.
I think so. It was like a farm, and
yeah,
and it fell,
and
they fell in his property, and they took everything. They didn't even tell him nothing.
Well, supposedly there was 2 spaceships that fell.
For real?
And
I just thought one.
Well, actually, the weird part about it is that when it fell, one of the spaceships, they sent it to Fort Worth.
What?
Because, you know, we have that big company here.
What?
I don't know if I can say it.
Oh, I don't know what to say.
Oh, I'll say it to you in your ear.
What?
You've never heard of that
No,
company?
I'll look it up after.
Well, anyways, they deal with spacecraft, aircraft, stuff like that. They deal with military equipment,
Whoa.
like fabricating stuff.
Uh-huh.
Well, anyway, supposedly that happened, and well, yeah, the CIA were actually the ones that released those documents, and they have it. I think it's called the Black Vault.
The Black Bolt?
Black Vault, and supposedly there's pages where you can just download all of the documents, and I don't know, I wouldn't recommend downloading it, because what if it's a trap?
Man, anything on the internet.
Because I know on TikTok it's very viral right now, that Black Vault where they talk about the aliens. Well, at least on mine, because I like all kinds of creepy shit.
Well, yeah, that was like the story that came to my mind, was that UFO that landed on that
Roswell.
farm, and they just don't know what happened. Supposedly there's an alien in there. I don't know if you heard that part.
Yeah,
Yeah.
there was few aliens. I think 2 of them died and 1 of them survived. And supposedly they had them down there, like in Area 51.
Well, did you see that Elon Musk supposedly cracked the code? Well, not cracked, like there was like a message and we couldn't interpret.
Oh yeah, I was gonna say that.
And he interpreted it, and it's like I forgot what it said.
So the guy, I think it's a guy from the Cosmos. I don't remember his name. That he sent, because they were really interested in the crop circles and what they meant and what they were trying to say to us. So he sent out binary. You know what binary is? Binary code, like. You know, on the computer it comes out 0, 0, 1, 1,
yeah.
whatever. Well, he sent that out because in one of the crop circles they sent, I guess he cracked that code, and they sent like, it was like so it was the information where they sent back the information what they were made out of, like their DNA or whatever, and like where they lived and what they ate and things like just like normal information you were
basic things to know them from them.
Yeah, and they send it, and I think I don't know, I don't remember. After that they sent something else, and we still haven't been able to crack the code, and I think that's what Elon Musk cracked. But I'm not sure what he cracked, because that
could have been anything.
His butt crack.
I was just thinking, since Valiant Thor looks human, and let's say this story is real and he's an alien, do you consider him to be a good alien, knowing that he wanted to help Earth, and that like the green, small, like those aliens are the mean ones? And supposedly that there are races of aliens too, right?
Yeah, there's different races of aliens. What I've seen, the ones that are dangerous are the reptilians.
Oh, the reptilians?
The reptilians are supposedly the ones that are like in charge right now, like the government.
Yeah.
Supposedly. And there's greys, and man, what are those other ones called?
There's green.
But they're like what's it called? White complected, blonde hair and blue eyes, kind of.
Blonde hair, blue eyes.
Yeah, kind of like what Hitler's view of a
perfection
Aryan person should be, or whatever.
Whoa.
And
Hitler.
so, and actually he was involved with stuff like alien.
Do you think
stuff. So? Maybe, because he had that one. It was supposedly it's shaped like a bell, but supposedly it's a spaceship. And there's a lot of conspiracy things that tie into all of this.
All of this.
So it's like,
but it's all conspiracy.
It's conspiracy. It's like a night story.
Man.
But it supposedly it all ties together, and I guess kind of like a history book, like, and that's what kind of makes me think that it's real, because there's like time lapses of everything happening.
But people could have just made the story to tie with it. Hey, do you believe aliens helped the Egyptians with the pyramids?
Well, that too. Like, even
that's crazy, because those, like, when you see my bad, I cut you off, but when people take pictures at the top or next to one of those blocks, they're like taller
huge.
than Yeah, they're so big.
And I mean, I've seen movies.
What is that? But yeah, that's so like, how do you move that? Even like,
Yeah.
let's say with a lot of rope, I don't like. How would they get? I don't know. I'm just so confused on it. Do you think aliens were helping them?
Well, I mean, it's so advanced. Like you don't never know. And I guess they were masters of math. 'Cause we didn't make math. We discovered math. So math has been
Here
out there
forever.
for a long time. And I failed it.
And you what? Oh, you
I
failed
failed
it. What was I gonna say? And then what's the Egyptians' writing called? Crypt? Not crypto. What was it? Oh, it starts with the H, right?
Hieroglyphics.
Huh?
Hieroglyphics?
That something like that.
I don't know.
Supposedly that
Let us know.
there's paintings in the like in the wall.
Yeah.
Of like they look like a spaceship.
Yeah, like there's like alien head shaped. Well, even like the pharaohs, they have like the big old cone things. I don't know, it's weird. Like even in Mexican, the old Aztecs and Mayans, they recently discovered monuments, and like there's little green people like in the monuments, and there's what's it called? Like a statue of a big round head with big black eyes, like a regular alien.
But back to what I said a few minutes ago. If Valiant Thor is a good one, so can there be a form of those good ones too, of like small, or do you think?
I think it's like humans. There's good humans and there's bad humans.
There's good
and then
aliens.
there's political humans. Like I think Valiant Thor that just wants everything to go right.
That's a small observation
Oh,
there.
say. I think it's the same as humans. There's good humans and there's bad humans. There's good aliens and there's bad aliens.
But why this Earth? Or do you think just because he's from Venus and we're the closest to him?
I don't know. I think
I don't know.
I don't know. Maybe I don't know. I've heard also that we're like this is another conspiracy theory that we are a part of their experiment. Like they made us out. Like I don't mean to bring the Bible out, but I mean it says in the Bible we are created in God's image. How do we know what he looks like if in the Bible says you can't see God?
I don't know.
So and the Bible talks a lot about aliens too if you kind of go into it and translate it.
I didn't know that.
But I mean, I don't know. There's just a lot of things out there we don't understand. Same way like with paranormal stuff, you don't understand.
It's just there for some reason.
For some people, it's real because they felt it.
Or maybe they actually seen it. Or maybe everything we said is true. It just they don't want us to know.
Yeah, and they'll probably come kill us.
Oh, didn't you say earlier that since like that treaty fell, that in exchange they would just take humans one by one and do experiments, and they'll take.
Oh yeah, I think so. After Valiant Thor left, of course they were upset with what was going on because he wanted to help. Okay, so he wanted to help not the United States, but the world.
Yeah.
But he came to the United States because of the power.
Uh-huh.
And the president said, "I'll have to think about it."
Ours?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Because, I mean, back in the days, if you're not, you were providing a service, and if you weren't providing a service to somebody, then you were broke. Like you were a farmer, a doctor, or whatever.
Yeah.
And if you cure world hunger, if you cure all the diseases and homelessness or whatever,
there's no need to work.
Yeah.
Basically.
And so, I guess I don't know. I think it was all about money too. Well, I think it's all about money right now.
But if he would have helped, do you think money wouldn't have been as important?
I don't think it would exist
if all the problems were solved.
Yeah, because supposedly...
But we don't know what he had in plan to solve those problems. Maybe it was money. Or do you think he had like a little pill? He'll pass out. You'll never be hungry or something.
No, so supposedly, like in that planet that the astronauts visited, it was like all... I guess people nowadays call it communism. So... Or fascism, or I don't know. People out there are crazy. So, it's kind of like what they call the universal health care, where you go get health care and like the government's providing it for you. It'd kind of be the same way, but you would be providing your service by working or planting crops or whatever, making clothes, and in return you get what you need to live. Like, you don't have more than what you need. That's kind of what they were trying to do. Which I think, if you have what you need, you can just go out and have fun.
I guess.
But I don't know. At the same time, we wouldn't be where we are if maybe he would have took that deal.
We'll probably.
We wouldn't be making this podcast.
We wouldn't. We'd probably
be out there in the river.
Something like, there's no need. There's no need to try to be like, I need to make a lot of money if we have everything.
Yeah, I don't need to try to hustle in this YouTube or podcast or whatever to try to make some money.
But so you don't think there'll be no rich people, or would all be rich in the sense of having like, or would that thought wouldn't even exist?
I don't think it would exist. There would be no classes, no
everything.
There would be like, I guess, peace.
Just peace, and everyone would.
Like hippie thoughts.
So let's say if that happened, that would debunk religions, wouldn't it, or not?
In a sense.
But
I mean, if you look at it, it all just ties in together for some reason.
I don't. This is all conspiracy. Like, we're just talking. We're just talking. We're not saying anything. We're just talking.
If you think about it, in the Garden of Eve in the Bible, it tells you that they didn't have to work because everything was
already there,
and all they had to do is just take care of the land. I guess that's kind of what he was telling us or whatever. But I don't know. It's all conspiracies. We're just trying to talk about it. Trying to give some information that we've heard.
Yeah. It was an interesting topic. It's aliens. Like, is it true or not? Is all this fake or not? You know what I mean?
The world may never know. Well, maybe. 2021?
21?
Anyway.
Man, it might happen.
I don't know.
Hopefully, if they do come, hopefully it's good ones. Hopefully they want to help.
But hopefully.
So, does that pretty much wrap it up? Jose, you got anything else?
No, I think that's it. We talked about the monolith at the beginning.
Oh, yeah, monolith.
And the CIA. That's one of the biggest things that I was looking into, the CIA black bolt things. I was going to actually try to download the documents.
Oh, my God.
But on your phone, you have to download the app. Like the document app or whatever, and then download the documents off the internet.
Nah,
and it's kind of sketchy to me. I don't want to be tracked.
We're already tracked.
But maybe they're
trying
to hear you. Maybe they're already hearing you. I don't know.
Whatever. Anyways, I pretty much sum up. That's pretty much all I have to say on this topic about aliens. You was it?
Yes, that's it.
All right, so this will pretty much wrap up this episode of aliens. Is this true? Is this false? We may never know. We might know very soon. Who knows? But
hopefully not.
Hopefully. Thank you for listening. Hope you have a great day, and I'll see you next time.
Yes, sir. Goodbye.